What's up, collective, and welcome back to Pulse of the Cosmos. I'm so sorry about the video quality. I have really poor lighting in here today, but we are going to do the daily astrology horoscope for Wednesday, May 27th of 2020. So let's get into it. I'm going to share my screen so you guys can see what's going on here because it's an intense day. We have a lot going on. We start off the day, the moon's going to be coming into Leo, and man, do I love that Leo energy because it is so fiery and it is so passionate and it is so driven by divine purpose and by divine meaning. So today's going to be a great day to channel into that creativity and look to where you're applying some of these passions to ways that can be useful and ways that can be meaningful and ways that can be purposeful. That is what makes the Leo energy so strong, is that it connects its passions and it connects its drive and its meaning to a deeper, more divine purpose. And I think today's going to be a really beautiful day overall. We do have the moon, which is also going to be sextiling over to the sun over here still in Gemini. And this is a really communicative angle ruled by Mercury, actually, which is a big player in today's astrology as well. But this is taking a look at your inner world with the moon and your outer world with the sun and seeing, are you connecting with Gemini to some of your deeper passions and some of your deeper drives in life? And are you kind of connecting in a spiritual way with that? And I know, and I want to mention that we mention things like life purpose and soul mission, and it can seem like a really big concept to articulate. But one of the ways in which you can start to do that is break down your day-to-day life, bring it down to a micro scale and look at how you're walking through the day. And at the end of the day, doing a little assessment. Did I feel like I was acting out of a divine place? Did I feel connected to something that I'm passionate about? Did I feel purposeful throughout this day? And what are some little shifts that you can make towards just improving on that energy and making yourself more aligned and more integrated in that way? And it can start with just those little shifts and attract things like a magnet in a larger, more macro way into your life. And we do have as well today, we have later in the day, Mercury is going to conjunct with the North Node here in Gemini. And this will be the first time that Mercury's met with a North Node in Gemini since it came out of Cancer. And wow, talk about some clear thinking and some clear mental processes and just some kind of immediate downloads about what's connecting with you and your destiny and where you see yourself in the future and what's not. What's revealing itself is that new kind of curious, stimulating area of your life to explore, whether it's a person or an environment or a thing or a connection. But there's definitely energy in the air giving you really clear downloads here with Mercury into what some of the shifts you can make are to better align you into your destiny here. And we do and we have, think about Mercury is the messenger of the gods. So this is literally divine messages being delivered and imprinted into our karmic destiny of the collective right now to explore and connect with curiosity and to look for the truth in a very neutral and objective way and to shift perspectives and to expand your horizons in that way. So a lot to be said about getting those downloads and being open to receiving those messages and not overthinking it. We do still have all of this energy in Gemini, so there can be this inclination to overthink or want to deconstruct or pick it apart and look at all the sides, but sometimes you just got to take the download for what it is and have faith that it's guiding you in the right direction. And your intuition should be a little bit heightened as well. Now we have Mars over here in Pisces, right? And he's going to be moving into the second decan of Pisces today. So this is the decan ruled by Cancer. So we have Pisces, Mars and Pisces, a very psychically inclined side, a very connected sign, moving into the second decan, which is Cancer ruled, the moon, which is a very intuitive sign. So your intuitive powers are backed by this Mars force right now. Your intuition, your psychic abilities are so heightened and they're so connected with this mental aspect here that it could almost just feel like a rush of information. But remember, like I said, don't overthink and look to the connections in your life that are divine and lean into those and feed those as you're kind of walking through all of this. The moon in Leo is calling you into your passions and is calling you into that creative side and is calling you into the confidence in knowing that there's worth and that there's value in what you create for this society and create for yourself, and that your passions can be directed in a constructive way, and that you can find the joy and that you can find the beauty in life and that you can find security in those ways. But in any case, let's see here. I will go ahead and pull a card for the day. And I want to mention as well the sextile between the moon and the sun here. It gives you an opportunity to look at your inner and outer worlds in a very objective way, with that sextile being ruled by Mercury, having a very neutral, kind of not so emotionally attached, looking at your inner world, seeing if your actions are congruent with kind of your external being. And you'll be able to do so without, like I said, being so emotionally involved with this situation, just taking a real quick objective assessment of yourself and looking at the direction and seeing what's connecting with you there. Ooh, okay. Let's see. We just had a couple cards fly out. So we have the Death card and 9 of Wands. So what does this mean? So yeah, there's change coming. There's things that we're still struggling to maybe hold on to a little bit, but Death card is transformation. So this is bringing about major change, and this maybe is bringing about a death in some facet of your life, and maybe it's an old toxic pattern or an old toxic belief system, or it's an old way of living that you're just discovering is not truly aligned with your passions and not truly aligned with that Leo energy that is so divinely guided that we're going to be experiencing with the moon the next couple days. So look to what in your life isn't feeling connected and allow that to die, allow that transformation to take place, welcome that into your life, because it's opening up to this space to newer things. And we've got to let down our guard a little bit. We've got the 9 of Wands. I think some of us are really guarded about some of these changes coming our way and some of these redirections and wanting to hold on to some old fixated ideas or belief systems about what our future was going to look like, especially with Saturn over there retrograde in Aquarius. And early in the morning, the moon is actually going to be opposing Saturn retrograde in Aquarius. So there can be this question of, okay, like in this fear of stepping through and having faith and knowing that if it feels divinely guided and if it feels connected, and then it's okay to break away from some of these old belief systems and these old structures that are no longer serving you in that way, and lean into the new, more stimulating places coming into your life. We do still have the sun over here in Gemini, and we're still feeling the effects of that new moon with the rush of information and with the rush of connections coming our way, and with kind of this gift of kind of divine clarity that surrounds that. And I do want to mention Mercury moves into Cancer tomorrow, where the mental processes and the communications are going to be a lot more about processing. It's going to be a lot more kind of reflective and introspective, and it's not going to be, at least the mental processes won't be so go, 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 go. But in any case, I love you all so, so much, and I hope you're doing well out there, and I will be back tomorrow for your daily astrology horoscope.